Hello, everybody. So today we're talking about the reason why you can't get married and what's actually holding you back. Although you're trying so much, you are doing all the things right, and why is it not happening for you? Okay. So many times women who claim they want marriage subconsciously don't want the marriage. Okay. I just had a talk with my one-on-one client, and the thought is going to continue, where she claims she wants marriage, but I can clearly see she didn't make a decision yet. I can clearly see she is not 100% in the game. And I can clearly see that there are still like fears, blockages, and limiting beliefs that are in her way. So we're going to be working on that. And, also one thing that is, you need to make a decision what you really, 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 really want. So, for example, as a coach, I would never tell you you should go there. Although I'm a fan of, certain things, I would never tell you you should go there, because the truth is, it's most important you find your heart desire, what you really, really want. What you really want, not what your parents told you to do, not what society told you to do, but what you really, really want from your heart. That's usually the number one thing I do with my clients, okay? Finding what they really want. And then the timeline. Is it like infinite timeline, or do you want it next year? Okay. So manifestation is not just like sitting there and wishing for something to happen. We make it happen. Why do you think all of my one-on-one and group coaching clients have such huge results? Because we follow this process. Okay. So that would be the second step. But then another reason, as I already mentioned, why, although you say you want marriage and it doesn't happen to you, is because your subconscious doesn't want it. Okay. And you consciously say, yes, I want it, but your subconscious, something in your subconscious doesn't want it. I always call it being the vibrational match of something. Okay. And again, I'm not saying every woman should get married, should get engaged, should have a partner. You do what you want to do. If you want to just, actually, I have a few really young clients who come to me for dating advice, and they have a lot of fun dating and circular dating. They said they're really empowered in dating, and they say, you know what? I'm in my early and mid 20s. I just don't want to get married. I just want to travel the world, have some fun, and maybe circular date. In an innocent way, because it's fun. Like, okay, go do it. So I'm not here to judge. It's just that you find your own heart clarity. So that's what I help my clients with first, to find the authentic, true truth for yourself. And then we tackle the goals, okay? So again, something in your subconscious doesn't want it. And then the true art is to find, is it your true goal? Or is it like your intuition speaking? Or is it something coming from trauma, past trauma, limiting beliefs from the childhood? Okay. So for example, for me, I come from kind of a traumatic childhood. I saw divorces, the worst thing happening, relationships, marriages with the worst treatment, no polarity. And I thought, please, I don't want this. And then as an adult, I attracted the same thing, because I had no relationship skills and I had the embodiment of awful relationships. So that's like, relationships were literally my biggest pain point in my life, because that's what I saw and that's what I experienced, since I copied the behavior from the people I grew up with. And so, I've done my inner work, I've done therapy, I've done years of coaching, general life coaching, like dating coaching for myself. That's why I become a dating relationship coach, because that was the biggest pain in my life. Although I have many other issues, like, trust me, I built myself up in many other ways, of health, money-wise, anything, and many other ways. But relationships were like really, really bad. So, those traumas or conditionings from my childhood, of course, I was saying, no, I don't want any relationship and marriage. Like, I remember years ago when I signed up with my first dating relationship coach, I would tell her, all my relationships are such a mess and I literally want no relationship. I just want to hide somewhere on a island without any people and just stay there forever. This is what I was saying. And now relationships are like my easiest part of my life. But what I'm trying to say, your subconscious doesn't want it, okay? And we have to find, is it your intuition or is it just a limiting belief? Okay, so then we found, let's say you decided, yes, I want to get married, or no, but let's say you said yes. Then we would have to find, okay, what kind of trauma or limiting belief stands in the way? Okay, so in order for you to be able to go from here, single to married, because if we don't release that, it's like your conscious mind of 5% against your subconscious mind of 95% is like fighting against each other. What do you think is going to win? The subconscious. Because this is how we are programmed to live. Like people are programmed to live with conditionings and traumas. Like this is literally served us, because when you touch the stove, you're going to have a trauma to that. When you touch a hot stove, it's going to hurt your finger, you're going to burn yourself, and that trauma served us. Okay. However, only because you had a bad relationship in the past, or because your parents have been having an awful relationship like mine, it also subconsciously might create this trauma, you know. And that is something I work with my one-on-one and group coaching clients with, so that when they really decide they want a relationship, but we have to overcome this trauma, and then they really, really fast attract the engagement, the marriage at any age. As I shared with you, I have clients from like 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and even 70s. My one 70-year-old client getting married in October, and I'm super excited for that. So again, number one reason you are not getting married, although you're trying, although you want it, is because you didn't decide it fully. So you have to decide, what do I really, really want? And if you need help with deciding, like, I'm here, you can reach out to me per email. Secondly, you have to see, okay, you decided you really, really wanted, what kind of childhood conditionings or even past relationship conditionings and traumas are in the way. Okay, so this thing is kind of hard by yourself. So you would need definitely one-on-one or group coaching support from someone who is capable of helping you with that, like me. But at least be aware of that. And the third point that I always see with my one-on-one clients and my group coaching clients, which we have to tackle, is that as a woman who has an amazing life, okay, you have a job, you have freedom, you have an amazing single life, you can travel wherever you want, you can do whatever you want. There's so much fear to lose what you already have. And I see that over and over and over again. You know, I truly believe, like, I know how manifestation works, right? Everybody is so powerful. However, you know how those people who are at rock bottom, they manifest the fastest? Like, you know, like from rock bottom to here story. I was even having the story. Like, you guys know my story. From like rock bottom on all life areas, no money, no hope, no relationship, nothing, to like really building myself up really fast. So that goes fast because people have no fear to lose anything, and then they can build themselves up really fast. But it's kind of sad to have to lose everything to manifest something great, you know. But when you are at a certain level, let's say you have a great job, you have a great lifestyle, you have amazing friendships, maybe you have, you know, you just have a good life. Psychologically, it's so much harder to have to change something in your life and to level up, because there is this underlying fear to lose what we have. Okay, because there will be changes, and a person, for example, who is at rock bottom, they have nothing anymore. Like, they're like rock bottom, like they have nothing to lose, so they're building themselves up so much faster than someone who's already established. So what I'm trying to say is that as a woman who is having a great life, mm, we must proactively work on, um, you know, allowing extra things into your life, like allowing. It's like hard to explain it, but it's a thing, Like I see it so much in my one-on-one clients, even myself. Like when I reach a certain point of income, good life, like whatever level up thing I'm gonna do, relationship, um, even money, my business, there's always this fear to lose already what I built. Okay, so that's like gonna be stopping you subconsciously. You might not even notice, but pay attention. Maybe it's true for you, maybe it's not. So what to do here? I truly believe in you being able to have it all, but you will have to work through the resistance. First of all, resistance, because a lot of those fears are just the brain makes it up. Like I'm gonna lose my freedom. Yeah, but if you are with a man who's loving and kind and supportive, you are not gonna lose your freedom. You'll be still free. Okay, maybe some of the decisions you will be doing joint together, but most of your decisions you will be doing by yourself. Okay, so most of the fears to lose your whatever you have, freedom, an amazing life, like doing whatever you want to do, go out whenever you want to go out, is just in your head. But the second part is it can also, come from the past of like having unhealthy relationships. And nobody wants unhealthy relationships. So let's say we would be working together and you say, I have this amazing life. I can go wherever I want to go. I can dress whatever I want to dress. I don't have to compromise. I can do this and this. And I'm like, yeah, why would you want to have a marriage where you have to like behave like a slave? Marriage isn't slavery. Like, come on, you're not going back to 1910. Mm, so no, like you're gonna go into a partnership, not into being beholden by someone. So it's gonna be an empowered partnership where, of course, some decisions will be made joint, but most of that, like you like marriage should upgrade your life, not downgrade it. You know what I mean? So yes, many things are in your head, but many things are also again, traumas and conditionings from the past where you'd be like, okay, but I saw it with my parents, like my mom was like is behaving like a slave. I'm like, yeah, but this is not a healthy relationship. So, that has to be cleaned out as well because otherwise, like you're just not gonna do this jump. Of course you can get married, of course you can meet amazing husband, but you're gonna self-sabotage yourself if you don't know how to clear those blockages, limiting beliefs, and also when you have so much fear to lose what you have, like why should you lose what you have? There's no point of losing what you have. You're gonna get married to upgrade your life. There's no point of like down like who should get into a relationship to downgrade lives? Like I'm not a fan of that. I'm gonna help you go down. Like no, if you're gonna have a relationship, a partnership, a marriage, it's going to up level your life. Okay. And then again, the cycle kind of closes. It comes down to decisions. Is it something that you want or not? Because the truth is, yes, you're gonna still be free, you're gonna still be able to do whatever you wanna do. And yet, certain things, for example, um, will be in a partnership, right? Like it's normal to decide what house you're gonna buy, you will decide it with your man. Okay, if you decide to be in a monogamous relationship, then you decide to not date other guys. So there are certain things that also come down to decision. What kind of lifestyle do I want? Do I want to have, just like those hookups here and there and like go out for a nice dinner, whatever? Or do I actually want one relationship with one guy? So I don't say there's anything right or wrong, but it's just like so many times I hear women saying, "Oh, I want to get married, I want to have a relationship," but and then I'm like, you don't really want it, but I want it. Okay, then let's see what is it that you really want. So you see what I'm trying to say is that when you are in a situation that you say you want to get married, but it doesn't happen, really look into those points. Like decide, do you really want it? Do you really want it? And then when you said, yes, I want a relationship, then what kind of relationship do I want? Yeah, don't let the past, what you saw with your old boyfriends or with your family define the future. You get to have a beautiful, loving, healthy relationship. Okay. And I've guided so many of my clients there. In the first years of my coaching business, I actually was focused on um, helping women from getting from toxic relationships into healthy relationships. Okay. So that was kind of like my first years. That's because it's my story. It's my life story of getting from toxic into a healthy relationship. Okay. And later we switched to just getting engaged to millionaires. Okay. So again, if you are in the situation when you are, you say you want to get married, but it doesn't happen for you. Yeah, we need to like get clear. What do you really want? And then have a plan how to tackle that. And then you're gonna get engaged and married to the man of your dreams. And I literally have one client, I might post it in the community tab today, sending to me a testimony that like after 3 calls, only 3 calls, she met the guy of dreams. Yeah, and I had it a few times like that where women just really got engaged, the guy of the dreams after just a few calls. Sometimes it takes longer, but sometimes it takes so quick because I help them tackle this one limiting belief, this one blockage. We took it away and now they're married, happily married. So again, don't stress yourself out too much. If you are in this situation where you try to get married, you want it, but it doesn't happen, there is a reason why it doesn't happen. Like your subconscious doesn't want it somehow. There are blockages, or you didn't decide fully, or you decided, but you think, oh, it's gonna be painful, so I rather not want it. Like, yeah, nobody wants pain. So what I'm trying to say, if you need more support, reach out to me on my email in the description box, okay, for one-on-one or group coaching, and let me help you get the clarity and get the result that you want. And I'm always going to support the thing that you want. Okay, there is no like copy paste plan for anybody. We're gonna find out what you really, really want and then work towards that. Okay. And of course, remove the blockages so that you can get there the fastest as possible. Okay, my email is in the description box. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up in the comment and say hi in the comments. And